You accidentally step on your pet. They yelp, you freeze, and a second later you're on the floor saying, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." But while you're giving your defense speech, your pet may not hear an apology at all. That guilty feeling is very human. But your tears and explanations can distract you from what your pet actually cares about, and from the answer they may have already given you. By the end, you'll know the kind of pet language that really helps them calm down, and you may find something more comforting than forgiveness. So where exactly does the communication break down? 1. Your pet doesn't think in terms of intention and moral responsibility. The second your foot comes down, your brain goes into courtroom mode. You want to establish the facts. It was an accident, there was no harmful intent, and your character is still intact. Basically, you're trying to prove this was a physics problem, not a personality problem. But the truth is both harsh and comforting. Your pet is not holding a trial. They are not cross-examining your motives or asking whether you acted with malice. That kind of moral explanation is a human system. So if your dog or cat isn't judging your character, what does the accident mean to them? In a dog's mind, it's more likely to register as a sudden, unpleasant event than a deliberate betrayal. Your dog is processing what happened, what your body is doing now, and whether the situation is safe again, and that leads to a strange reversal in what happens next. 2. Your dog may be comforting you. If you step on a dog, the whole scene can turn into a bizarre emotional role reversal. You crouch down with panic written all over your face. Your voice gets high and shaky. You look like your entire Thanksgiving dinner just hit the floor. And your dog starts licking your face. You may think they understand. They know I'm apologizing. But your dog may be responding less to your words and more to the emotional storm happening right in front of them. Rewind the clock 10,000 years. Dogs, their ancestors, and other highly social canids like wolves depended heavily on cooperation. In a close group, bumps and conflicts happen. What matters most is whether everyone can settle down and keep functioning together. Now look at what you do after the accident. You lower your body. You hunch your shoulders. Your voice gets soft and distressed. You may even make little whining sounds. To you, that means, "I feel terrible." To your dog, it may look more like a low-threat, reassurance-seeking signal. Their brain may be reading, "My human is suddenly falling apart. Something is wrong. I need to lick them and make everything feel safe again." So your dog may not be saying, "I forgive you." They may be saying, "Hey, we're okay. Please stop having a breakdown." And honestly, that may be even sweeter. But the same accident can look very different with a cat. If you stepped on a cat, you are no longer dealing with warm, cooperative pack logic. You are dealing with a very real survival countdown. 3. For your cat, this is about survival, not a grudge. The moment it happens, your cat shoots across the room like furry lightning, disappears under the bed, and stares at you from the darkness. A lot of people read that as anger. Great, now my cat hates me. But that's a huge misunderstanding. Your cat is not necessarily punishing you. It is carrying out an emergency plan built around survival. Cats occupy a vulnerable middle position in nature. They are hunters, but they can also be prey. That double role makes them highly alert to sudden pressure, contact, and movement. So when your size 9 sneaker suddenly comes down, their nervous system does not stop to review your intentions. The startle response fires first. Run, hide, assess the threat from a safe distance. Think about what happens next. Your cat is under the bed, and even when you bring out the expensive food, the kind that costs more per ounce than your lunch, they hesitate before coming out. That is not attitude. From your cat's point of view, this was not a minor social misunderstanding. It was a sudden attack from a giant creature many times their size. They do not have the mental space to analyze whether you meant it. They run because their body is trying to keep them alive. Once you see that fear for what it is, their avoidance may stop feeling insulting. It may just break your heart a little. So how do you apologize when a dog and a cat can read the same accident in completely different ways. 4. Stop apologizing like a human and start using signals your pet can actually understand. With a dog, keep it simple. Use a calm, gentle voice. Move slowly. If your dog is comfortable with touch, softly stroke the side of the chest or under the chin. But don't let guilt make you grab them in a tight hug. To you, a hug means love. To a dog, being squeezed can feel like movement is being restricted, especially right after a scare. That may create more tension, not less. Your goal is to send one clear message through your body and voice. The alarm is over, we are safe, and we are still a team. Once your dog feels safe again, you may see the body soften, the breathing settle, and the tail start moving again. But with a cat, your instinct may tell you to do exactly the wrong thing. You call their name, you follow them, you drop to the floor and reach under the bed, trying to pull them closer so you can prove you're sorry. Please don't. From your cat's perspective, they have just escaped a sudden attack. Now the giant creature is crawling toward their hiding place, staring into the darkness, and reaching in with one enormous hand. That is not an apology. That is the final scene of a horror movie. The best apology for a frightened cat is often to do less. Step back, leave an open escape route. Don't stare directly into their eyes. Prolonged, intense eye contact can add pressure when they are already on edge. Turn your body slightly to the side. If your eyes meet, close yours very slowly, then open them just as slowly. In interactions between domestic cats and humans, that slow blink works like a low-threat social signal. It says, in effect, I'm not locking onto you. I'm calm. You're safe. Then wait. Let your cat observe you. Let their nervous system settle. Let them choose when to return. Once your cat decides you have returned to normal, the peace treaty can quietly renew itself. The next time you accidentally step on your pet, forgive the version of yourself who drops to the floor and starts apologizing like you're making a public statement on live television. Let go of some of that crushing guilt. And here is something deeply comforting about loving an animal. Your pet does not need your dramatic defense speech, because they were never morally prosecuting you at all. In their world, love does not mean you never make a mistake. To your pet, love is simpler than that. It is, I don't know why you just stepped on me. I only know that tomorrow morning, when the sunlight comes through the window, you'll still be here beside me, and I'll still choose to love you with everything I have.